Today on the channel, some big news. No, bigger. No, bigger. Yeah, that big. This is something that's super exciting. Let's check it out. So for quite some time now, you guys know that I've been a big fan of the Train Loft in Winston-Salem here in North Carolina. Jeff has been in business for over 28 years. He does tons of custom runs, and as many of you know, I love fantasy schemes. I love stuff that's unique, and to have someone local that has a passion for the O-scale hobby, such as myself, that can go out on a limb and make these products just like this sweet Cheerwine reefer car that he recently released is phenomenal. Now, Jeff does a lot of custom runs when it comes to rolling stock. He's done some locomotives. I've reviewed 2 of them from MTH, but he's not really ever done anything with LIONEL until now. And he's going at it with a bang, a big bang. And when I say that, he's making one of his first LIONEL custom runs. That's right, the big boy. And not just another black big boy, which is great, right? I know it's significant, it's a great piece of history, but every big boy out there has just been a normal, plain Jane, just standard black paint scheme, it seems. And of course, I know LIONEL this year released a couple of the Greyhound schemes, kind of the fantasy, but it's just still just kind of all the same. It's always been that way. And if you own one big boy, you've pretty much owned them all. Let's face it, a few variations, this and that. But what Jeff's done is something that is truly, truly unique, and I have to commend him for it. He's doing a fantasy scheme, and I couldn't be more excited if you couldn't tell. And he's doing it in something that I have personally always been a fan of, the Rio Grande. And it could be actually a scheme that maybe could have happened in real life if the big boy would have stuck around. Obviously, it was in that territory. So let's take a look here at the artwork. This is, of course, what LIONEL has provided. And it looks a little bit shiny in this picture. It's a little bit kind of chromish looking, but don't worry. This is going to be a true Rio Grande paint scheme as far as having the proper Pantone colors. And we'll take a look here at those shots as well. And so this is going to match perfectly with, I think, the scheme of things when it comes to realistic nature of it. So this custom big boy is Jeff's dealer exclusive Union Pacific Heritage unit. This is going to be number 4025. So this is the next number after the last big boy produced. So again, following along with that what if paint scheme of something that could have realistically been built. This is going to be LIONEL number 203-31640. Now, probably not going to show up on their website. Generally, LIONEL doesn't do these on their website when it comes to custom runs like MTH does, but just for your reference, if you call Jeff, you can have that number ready for him. So talking about this custom run with Jeff, you know, MTH and LIONEL over the last 20 years or so, when it comes to scale big boys, you know, it's sort of diminished its uniqueness in a way. There's been so many of these models that's been produced, and of course, as years have gone on, there's been, you know, changes in technology, sounds, smoke features, and all that's great, but still in the sense and the scheme of it, it's always just pretty much been the same, right? And so this maybe not holds true to those who don't own a big boy, including myself, believe it or not, and that's why I pre-ordered one and I held out, especially when I heard this past year LIONEL was going to re-release the VisionLine big boy. I wanted one that matched, you know, the true prototypical units to add to my collection. So this doesn't necessarily apply to some of the new people to the hobby, but I think it could too if you especially want something unique and you really love fantasy schemes such as myself. But this unit here is going to be something that's going to be a true collector's item as the future progresses. And to Jeff's point, this is going to be something that for those who have big boys in their collection already, you know, some guys I've talked to, actually met one at Brady's Trains a while back, and the guy has 5 of them, right? They're all the same, essentially. There's nothing different other than minor details, this and that. If I showed my wife one big boy, she's probably seen them all, right? So this is one, though, they're going to see it. They're going to go, wow, that locomotive is huge. That locomotive is colorful. That thing looks awesome going around the layout. And what I also feel this is going to be a hit is seeing how the hot dog schemed 49er scheme Challengers have exploded in demand, and as far as the secondary market, as far as collectability, this one's not going to fall short of it. The yellow in this is going to look absolutely fantastic. I love the paint scheme as it is on locomotives that have been done. And so this one here is going to be an Academy Award winner, as Jeff says, a home run in my book. And these are actually pre-sailing, I should say, pretty quick already. As of me making this video, he has well over 15 orders so far for these. And I think the fine touches he's done on this is phenomenal. You know, when I take a look at the way the wheels are colored with the drive rods, the ash pan handles being red, where the big boys that LIONEL's produce, most of those do not have that. And although it's fantasy, it's not overdone. I think this is going to look fantastic, especially pulling some of the Union Pacific cars that LIONEL's releasing. I know the yellows are slightly different, but it's not too drastically different that they won't look good. And I'm really excited. You know, he's had a lot of feedback. You know, here's a few reviews already of guys that have pre-ordered. I'm just tired of black big boys and black steam engines in general. This is Jason Huffman from North Carolina. This is fantastic and over the top. Couldn't agree more, Jason. Already own a big boy, said Terry Jones of Wisconsin. I wasn't going to purchase another, but this one is special. Absolutely. Again, you could have 5 big boys in your collection. You're not going to have one like this. I don't want my big boy to look like a Challenger. I already have a Challenger. I mean, great point, right? Looks spectacular, and the list goes on and on and on. Guys, I can't say this enough. This is not one to sleep on. This one here is very limited in production. Jeff's only doing a handful of these models. And again, I see this as being something that in the coming years easily could double in value. So Jeff is taking the orders now for these. You know, obviously missed a little bit of the pre-order deadline on normal big boys. So if you were on the fence about getting one, I think this is one to consider getting. So hit Jeff up. I have obviously information here popping up on the screen. I'll have it in the description as well. He also, again, wide selection of everything O-scale. He has tons of rolling stock, tons of engines, lots of custom runs. So make sure you always stay in touch with him. Check out his website. Follow him on Instagram as well. Sign up for his newsletter. That's the best ways to stay up to date on any of his offerings. So call Jeff. He's got these at a great price of $29.99, which is right there at what the normal big boys are, of course. And so reserve yours today. Give him a call. Again, guys, this is a home run, absolutely fantastic engine. I'm ordering one. I was only going to get one big boy this year. Now I'm getting 2 because I'm not going to miss out on this. So until next time, thanks for watching. See you. Bye-bye.